I really hoped while planning this trip that I wouldn't have to make this video, but apparently, well, here we are. I decided to not go through with going to Germany for the Gamescom event. If you guys don't know, I was planning on going on the 21st through the 23rd to play Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated as a demo. Now, well, there are a lot of reasons why I'm not going to go, but the reason that kind of like set me over, the straw that broke the camel's back, was that we got an announcement that THQ Nordic would be streaming this game on their website sometime, I think, on the 20th. We're going to see gameplay on their website. And when I booked this trip, it was kind of pretty much immediately after they had announced that it was going to be playable, and we didn't have any further information about like whether it would be streamed or whether we'd actually see any of this gameplay without being able to go to the event, if it was going to be secretive or something like that. The way they presented it in the video, their trailer video, they made it kind of seem like it was going to be some kind of a secret thing that only people who went to the event watched. That was kind of maybe a dumb assumption, but nonetheless, that's kind of what I was acting on when I chose to get the plane tickets and everything. So it turned out to be a really expensive trip, and I went through with it because I figured like I don't know enough information to really say like it's better off to book it now and cancel it later, because I don't have enough information to say whether it would be worth it or not right now. But if I don't start the process now and get the passport and all this stuff, it's not going to work out at all. So I went ahead at the beginning of August and started booking everything. I had the hotel, the ticket, the plane flight, the passport, everything was on the way. And it was still going to be tight because I wasn't going to be able to get the passport until like a couple of days before I left. The whole thing was just super stressful. And more on that, by the way, is that the trip was only going to be 3 days long. And for the first day, I'd be on the plane and laying over the entire time. The second day would be when I actually go to the event all day. And the third day, without going back to the hotel, I'd be getting on the plane and going right back home. And that would put us back on the 24th because of time zones. And I'd get home, have to pump out a video and stream. And so much stress. I've been stressing so much about this, like trying to make everything work. And now just knowing that we're going to get gameplay shown to us on the internet. And honestly, this might imply that we might get more in the future as well. I wonder if we're even going to get like a Steam demo to play or something like that. I wouldn't even be surprised if we do at this point. And additionally, there are other people who are going to this Gamescom event who turn out to be fans of the stream, who can probably test this stuff on their own, see like if any of the glitches from this game are possible. They probably won't be, but if they decide to add any like of if they replicated the game's mechanics well, I'd just like to know that. But I feel like spending $2,000 to fly to Germany and just play a little 5-minute demo is not really worth it, especially because I've been missing my stream for 3 days. I wouldn't be able to work on the YouTube stuff, and overall, just like the stress has been really getting to me lately. One of the things involving the stress that I've been thinking about is more often is that I feel like I'm not in like a state of health where I should really be traveling right now. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, I've been working on my neck and back problems that I kind of started to experience around a year ago, and I've gotten a lot better since then. I've made a lot of progress. I went from having headaches and just constantly being fatigued to now like I can actually stream for 9 to 10 hours a day and feel fine. And a lot of the small things are still being worked out, but I feel much better. And again, like I really feel like being on a plane for 8 hours there and back is really just going to set me back a lot, because what caused me to end up getting like this in the first place was overworking myself a year ago with the videos and speed running. So I really am trying not to overdo it right now and put myself back in a place where I was last year, where my health was not in the right spot. Another thing too is I did not consider a lot of things in this traveling, such as like having to get an extra like package for Verizon or whatever, having to get an extra package from Verizon about like being able to use a phone across the excuse me, I'm so tired, it's like 5 in the morning. Being able to use a phone overseas, you have to get like an extra package from Verizon on that. So I have to sort that out, which I haven't done yet. I also haven't gotten my physical, so I don't even know if I'm like I don't really know at the moment. The whole thing about the physical was that I need to get a physical to see if I should like see a chiropractor about my back and figure out if there's anything wrong with my back, right now because it does feel stressed, but I don't know if it's muscular or skeletal. So I haven't really done this yet, and I'm going to be doing it really soon. But the thing is, like, I just haven't really. I kind of dropped the ball on a lot of these health things that I should have been doing, and in preparation for this big trip, that's probably going to be really stressful on my neck and back, sitting in this seat constantly running around and not getting a lot of sleep. So again, like, I really don't want to overdo it and push myself to the point where I get back to where I was last year. As I was saying, with with the trip and how people are going to the event and we're going to see gameplay on the internet either way. The thing is, like, a big reason why I was doing this in the first place is I wanted to take one for the team and go myself and get the footage and show people who are curious if we were going to have no other way of seeing it, because I assumed that we had no idea if it was going to be shown on the internet or posted anywhere or not. And I didn't know if anybody who was like part of this community would be going to this event. So I wanted to go and like test out the tricks and everything, but the thing is, like, there are people who are going and we're getting footage ourselves. So I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like I don't feel as obligated to go. And with this paired with the health stuff and again being extremely expensive, this also ties into the health stuff as well, because I need to spend a lot of money on getting a new chair pretty soon. I need a new chair because this one kind of makes my back feel weak. The other one was pushing my neck forward. This one makes my back feel weak. Luckily, this one was like a throwaway chair. It was only like $100 that I could just kind of have for now until I find a new one. But this also requires me to go to the chiropractor to get a recommendation. So there's just a lot of shit going on with like what I should be spending my money on. Again, I have been spending a lot of money on other things. Like, I sponsored one of our viewers' flights to Super Smash Con to compete in Melee. He placed 65th. I had the shirt on today to support the Melee, so that's why I'm wearing this right now. But yeah, he placed 65th. We're going to keep sponsoring him to go to events because it's cool to see people from our community go out and try shit and rep us. You know, it's fun. I spent a lot of money recently on, what's the thing? Like the camera that I have right in front of me now. I have to buy the chair, and I promised my subs that if we reach a certain sub count on Twitch, I'd be giving away 600 subs to meet the rest of the subs and unlock a new emote slot. This is all like Twitch lingo. If you don't get it, it's cool, but like that's another thing too. Is like I've been, again, with the highlight reels, I've been paying a lot of money for the highlight reels and the editing. I feel like I'm not being smart with my money right now, and going on this trip for 3 days just to kind of literally bust my back and play this small demo when we're getting gameplay footage anyway. Before I would, like 3 days before I would even go, just seems like it's not like a smart idea. And I'm really glad that I didn't end up setting a donation goal to go to this event. I was thinking about making a donation bar to help people like crowdfund my ability to go to this event, but God, I'm so glad I didn't do that, because I thought in the back of my mind, like, there's still a small chance that I might not go, so I decided not to ask for money for people to do this. Now, you could put it this way, like, I do feel really bad that the money, again, like, I was able to get it refunded, but there's still, like, the money that it costs, like, to get the passport and everything like that, it was like a couple $100 to expedite it and make sure I could get it on time. I feel bad spending money on things that don't better the stream. I guess the passport might come in handy in the future, but I still feel really bad spending a couple $100 on something that is not going to make the stream better. And I'm really sorry about that. I know, like, to a lot of people, like, you guys don't think it matters, but to me it matters. And just wanted to say, like, I want to focus more on investing in the right things. I want to think more about my decision before I commit to things like this in the future. And I think I've also realized, like, again, I don't feel too bad about having to call this off, because I did it knowing there was a chance I would have to. And when I made the decision, there was no more time to wait for it. I had to be decisive when this was announced, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have gotten the passport on time, and I wouldn't have been able to pay. I wouldn't have been able to afford the ticket to get on this plane. But as I was saying, I think another thing I've learned from myself in this situation, it really clicked with me this time. Like, I feel awful for some reason around all these times, and I try to go to these events, and I feel really bad about disappointing fans and people who want to talk to me and meet me, because I always get people saying, I'm excited to see you at X event, and then I end up bailing or I end up flaking out because I've just kind of realized I feel like I just don't like going to events. Several GDQs, I think TwitchCon one time, I don't remember, I don't think so. there have been a lot of events, and this being the most recent one that I have said I had plans on going to. People got excited about it, and then I ultimately end up flaking out, and I just can't go through with it. And I think a lot of this might just be like I might have some anxiety about traveling, especially like going to Germany. I've never been out of the country before. Going alone for 3 days when most of the trip is flying on a plane or laying over. So like, I'm not trying to make excuses, but like that's kind of hard to deal with, especially like because I really feel uneasy about traveling, not just because like I'm always doing it alone. I'm fine with traveling alone. Like I went to Super Smash Con just fine because that was only a couple of days. But the real thing that really gets to me is like leaving my stream for more than a few days is really like what, and the chance of like the risk of not being able to make it back in time to stream also scares the shit out of me. Because streaming, if you guys don't like, a lot of you guys know. I'm sure I don't have to explain that streaming is a super intensive job where if you're doing it full time, you have to stream every day. Otherwise, you're most likely going to be falling behind. So that's kind of how it works. But yeah, I get really nervous about leaving my stream for an extended period of time, and I'm usually okay with traveling alone, even on planes. Like when I went to, I think I said Super Smash Con earlier by accident. I meant to say Smash and Splash. When I went to Smash and Splash, I had a blast. It was really, really fun. I was perfectly fine with traveling alone. For me, the traveling alone thing is like going overseas where I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, in the country, I'm fine with being alone. I've done it many times, emphasizing that. But the thing is with Super Smash Con is even though I was having a great time meeting a lot of people that I knew on the internet but never got to meet in person and showing people the game and demonstrating it for GSA, I was still subconsciously thinking the entire time like, holy shit, I'm not streaming right now. Like I have to stream, but I can't stream, and it's like it just makes me nervous and constantly anxious about like I have to get onto my stream because it's just a habit at this point. Like I've streamed pretty much every day for the past like 3 years or so. I've only missed days from like things I absolutely had to take off for and like traveling. So I just it feels like really shitty whenever I don't. I understand that people say like don't worry, you can take a day off if you need one, but the thing is I don't need a day off. I love streaming. I love streaming every day. I don't want a day off. So it's just hard for me to like walk away from the stream and just, like take a vacation, like literally take a vacation because again, even though this doesn't really feel like wouldn't have felt like a vacation because I'd be flying most of the time and then like working at the event and like talking to people and trying to network with potential people who could, like I guess like a THQ who would possibly be interested in helping advertise the game, like allowing like some mutual advertisement there. Sorry, it's like 5:30 in the morning. I'm rambling a lot. Like all that stuff is great, but again, like I just feel, God, I lost my train of thought. This is so embarrassing. I'm gonna keep this in though because I mean I think I've covered everything that I've had to. I just feel genuinely embarrassed that I keep doing this where I say I'm gonna do something, like I say I'm going to travel, because I stick to my word on pretty much everything except for traveling, and also adding variety to my stream. Those are the two things that I have really like a lot of difficulty doing. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna try to deal with the health stuff better. I'm going to, now that I don't have to worry about the traveling, I can focus in on, like getting the physical appointment and the chiropractor appointment and the new chair. Excuse me. And then moving on to, possibly feeling better on stream, working on my eating habits better so I can stream for longer and have more energy. And just overall feel better and less stressed out and less anxious because you guys probably know, like I've been pushing myself a lot this summer trying to stream for like 280 to 300 hours a month while doing the YouTube stuff. And I really appreciate that you guys have been like, I don't want to say understanding, but like people haven't been like too worried about me putting so many hours in. Like I know that people are concerned a little bit, but I'm glad that people they're not like actively worried because I'm fine. Like I can handle this. You don't have to worry about that. But all I'm trying to say is I'm glad that people are like being positive about how much I'm putting in instead of like, like telling me you need to stop, you need to like take a break, you need to do this and that. People are mostly like being supportive of my motivation to grow the channel and do better as a speedrunner. So thank you guys for being alongside the choices I made over the past several months and the work I've been putting in, because I think a lot of it's paying off. I've gotten a lot better at streaming. I've gotten a lot better at making videos, on uploading on a consistent schedule. And I feel like what I'm doing with this choice is doing what's best for the stream, doing what's best for the channel, and, you know, focusing on the things that matter right now, things that are important long term. And I know that I repeated myself a lot in this video, but I appreciate nonetheless that you've listened to all of it. So thank you guys. I'm not going to plug anything. I don't need to. You guys know where to find me. But again, thanks for understanding. We're going to watch whatever gameplay footage they put out on THQ's website whenever it does come out. I'm going to try to be the first person to upload it here so you guys can hear my thoughts on it. And we're still going to do as much as we can to, you know, hype up the Rehydrated re-release, remaster, remake. We're going to get more information about it, talk a lot about it on the stream, and we're still going to do as much as we can to help make this game as big as it can possibly be, but we're going to do it smarter. We're not going to make impulsive decisions. We're going to be more grounded, take care of ourselves, take care of the stream, all the important things first before we start making crazy decisions to do stuff just because you feel like you're obligated to. I'm talking about myself, by the way. Just using the wrong words here. So, yeah. All right. Cool. Glad you guys understand. I hope. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think we're going to see in the new video that they're putting out on the 20th, the Rehydrated video? And I'm going to go de-stress a little bit because I don't have to worry about this trip anymore. So thanks. I'm going to go pass out. Peace.